All right, guys, we are on day 9 of this 100-day challenge. I got my man, the Lane Train, with me from Quantum Agency, who's obviously a super genius. And one of the things we were kind of scheming up together last week is we want to go to the people who have the large audiences in this industry. In this case, we're doing the water damage restoration, but this could apply whether you guys are doing dentists, plumbers, whatever. There's a gazillion of these. Every industry has associations and organizations. These people are self-organizing. In our particular case, we got the idea that let's submit some press releases on their behalf and help build a media room and do something cool for them, because it's a very different kind of outreach game when you're reaching out versus like basically what most people do, which is a sophisticated form of what I call buy my shit. And we want to do rather hand extended, like, hey, we're giving you value because we're looking to be like a potential partner with you long term. So it's a kind of a different approach. So anyways, let's start with the hellos, Lane Train.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, this should be good in terms of just a much more low pressure approach, and it's like Frankie said, just adding value ahead of time before asking for them to do anything for you, which is one of the best ways to start a relationship. So these associations, like Frankie's saying, is they're major influencers. So if you can build a relationship with an association in your niche, and adding value to them, helping them achieve what they want to achieve, then it'll
Yeah.
come back tenfold for you.
Yeah, and I've experienced this. We were kind of talking a little bit off air. So I've had two different agencies where when you get plugged into like a big kind of power partner like this, like they can send you 100 clients in 6 months. It's actually kind of fucking wild how much it can blow up a business because, in this particular case, I don't necessarily know the people here. I'm looking to build these connections, but they know like a large part of the industry already, right? Like they're already connected. They're already putting on events. They're seeing these people sometimes 4, 5, 6, a dozen times a year, shaking their hands, showing them all the latest and greatest. They know all the people who buy from them. They have all the vendors. So like when you get in good with these people and they see you as like a recommended expert, like it's really valuable. So we want to approach these strategically, not just like a hey, like what most people are looking at, like what's the copy and paste magic script, as Lane said. So why don't we start with some press releases, Lane? We've gone ahead and signed up for, by the way, if you guys are interested, Lane's got an awesome press release software called Signal Genesis, and I'm a brand new user of about 5 minutes. So why don't you
Yep.
walk us through where we go from here?
All right. So the ultimate strategy here, I'll just lay it out kind of at a high level, and then we'll get into it. Is we want to add value to the association or the influencer. These associations, this magazine here that we're going to use, association slash magazine, right? That's what they are.
Yep.
So they're both a hub in terms of network, using network language. They're a hub of a massive network of water damage restoration remediation companies. They're also an influencer within that network, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they're super valuable. And you definitely don't want to come in trying to sell them, because you're going to be like everybody else, that every other agency or anyone else that's come in and try and just sell them and get something from them. So rather than trying to sell and come in with that hard approach, we're going to come in and add value to them by showing them how we can help them promote their organization, help their association. All associations want to do really one thing. They want to grow their membership, and they want to add value to their membership, because if they add value, the membership will retain and they'll be able to keep growing. If they don't add value, members can come in, but they won't renew the following year. And so all associations are the same. They
Yeah.
want to add value to their members and keep growing their membership, because that's how they exist, is through those fees and all that. So
Can
if
we
you
just can I just add real quick, just to add to what you said? Like
yeah
they got looking at these guys in particular. So I just found these on Google. Like I don't know who they are ahead of time, but they got a magazine. They get advertising in their magazine. They have a whole host of topics, and there's a massive amount of content they're putting on all things of the business. They have a whole news section. They've got physical products. They got experts as part of their team. They got podcasts. They got sponsors. There's a video channel. There's webinars. There's events. They're writing columns. There's a directory of all the buyers and suppliers in the whole industry, and they got conferences and exhibitions going on. So just to Lane's point of just how connected like sometimes these industry associations really are.
So it also bears saying that, these associations are worth targeting and trying to help and building a relationship with for more than just like one off. Like stay at it for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, however long it takes. Because once you get in, you're in. And oftentimes the people who are in these positions of leadership at these they're not rookies. They're usually they're experts in their industry, and they're used to being hit up all the time. So they're gonna always kind of look at you with one eyebrow raised until they see your name a couple of times. They don't want just people who will come in one time, try to sell them, they don't get to sell, and then they're gone. They never hear from them again, right?
Yeah.
They're going to test you to see, will I hear from this person again? Are they really they're going to stay with me? Are they really going to be a partner? Or are they just trying to get a hard sell on me and get into my network?
I call that, by the way, the one and done message, the I fuck on the first date. Like that's one of the easiest tests. If you don't get laid on the first date and they never hear from you again, they kind of know what you're after.
Yep, exactly.
All
So, all right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a media room for them. We don't have access to their website yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a media room using Signal Genesis software, and then we're going to launch a press release for them ahead of time before Frankie's going to go in and approach them and try to schedule or get an appointment with them. Once he has an appointment with them, then he'll be able to show them some of the things that he's able to do for them, which is going to include helping them grow their brand, grow their online presence, grow their reputation, and potentially even offer the press releases as either a value add or potentially a premium upgrade for some of their members, because their members are all going to be water damage restoration remediation companies who also all want to do the same thing. They want to grow their brand, they want to get more leads, they want to grow online. And so if the membership, the association can help the membership accomplish that even better.
All right.
So we'll go to Signal Genesis, and we're going to add this entity in here as a new company, this association. So we're going to just click on the purple button down below. It says Add Entity, and we're just going to go ahead and fill out this quick form with their information. So we'll just copy and paste directly from their website.
Mediation. Why can I not spell this? Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right.
It's ED. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Is there a water damage? Probably not, right?
No, what you can look for is land and property, maybe. Type in land, see if land comes in there, or home. Okay, so type in home. No.
And I just put construction. What's a type of construction?
Yep, it's construction.
So for the email, should we just put the boss's email?
Yep.
Okay.
This can all be changed later. The email is not going to necessarily be super consequential right now, but
okay.
That's the only address they have on their site. You can use that for now. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I just see I put the email address. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I'm a little tech retarded. It's interesting when you work online and you are still a little bit tech retarded.
Restoration and remediation.
Troy, Michigan. Okay. We have their website.
Okay, yep.
We have.
Yep, Mildred. Well, this is a unique one because these guys are more of a magazine. They're going to be like an association, but they're definitely a hub, a network hub, but they're more of a media company and a magazine, and their site really bears that out. So this is actually going to even be more valuable to them potentially than maybe just the association, because they're going to get this a little bit more than the association might because they're a media company.
Yeah. Do I need to fill out all the about, or can we add that later?
Yeah, we want to do this because this is gonna appear in the tier 2 media room, that about page. So we just want to copy their about, whatever they have there, and just
Yeah.
really just, you know,
All right.
and just paste that right in there.
Yeah. And then should we
Um,
put save their logo too?
yeah.
Okay.
Once you get good at doing this is Frankie's first time even doing it, but this takes about 5 minutes to add the entity, maybe 10 minutes total to add the entity and launch the media room, and then about 15 minutes total to probably do the press release just in a nice way. So you're looking at about a half an hour worth of work.
Yeah. But
And
that's why we want to kind of strategically pick our targets. Like I don't think enough people think about that when they think about outreach. They think about like how can I send the magic message? But I know just from experience, and you mentioned this too, right? Like I could potentially build $1 million business just with this one contact, right? Because they're already so connected in the industry. I've seen it, I've experienced it, and helped other people to do it. So like investing 30 minutes to just pick them carefully, I think this is, using my terminology, this is a shoe store.
Mhm. And this is going to cost on Frankie came in on the free plan with Signal Genesis. We have a free access plan. So he came in on that free access plan. So the cost of this press release is going to be $50.
Okay.
You're going to spend 30 minutes of your time and $50 on the free access plan. Now, if you're in the scale plan or a lifetime access elite plan, that cost $50 goes down to either $25 or $15 per press release. So once you get into a paid plan, the cost per press release actually goes down. But at most, you're going to spend $50 and 30 minutes of your time
Yeah.
to target and add value in a very unique way to this major industry influencer slash network hub.
Yeah.
All right, so we got them added. Now we're going to click on that right arrow next to the gear icon on the far right. Just click on that, expand, and then click on media room.
Okay.
And go ahead and enable tier 2 on the blue button down on the left hand side. Enable tier 2 for 5A. Yep, 5 app credits. Confirm. All right, so tier 2 media room allows us to deploy a media room for this entity in the Amazon cloud. We don't need access to their website to deploy this version of our media room. So click on hosted domain on the left on the white tab. Yep, then hit choose hosted domain. And we're going to type in R&R Magazine, I think it is. What's their domain again? Go back to their website. I think it's R&R Magazine or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
R&R magazine.
All
R&R
right,
mag.
so take that R&R Mag online like that
Make
and
that.
just copy that and then make that the subdomain. Yep.
Yeah.
And then choose mediaroom.app and then hit request hosted domain, the blue button on the left. Yep. It's going to take about 5 seconds here, and our software is going to create a media room in the Amazon cloud with an SSL, and it's done. You can go ahead and click on it if you want. It'll take you right out to that media room. Now, this media room is ready to receive a press release from our system, which is what we're going to do next. Now, Frankie doesn't pay his internet company enough money every month for it to load fast enough, so we've got to wait for it to load there in Mexico. But while that's loading, go back to Signal Genesis and go ahead and hit close here in that white box. And then down the left-hand side, you see styling. Go ahead and hit show the header, toggle that on. And then go back to their website real quick. That's loaded. Let's just get what their color scheme is. So it looks like purple and that, like purple and blue, right? So we want to try and use that purple and blue. There you go. Get the purple color. We want the RGB. You can grab the RGB value of that. Perfect. All right. So 46, 49, 146, right? So go back to Signal Genesis, scroll down a little bit where it says boxes, primary, secondary. Click on primary. Type in 46, 49, 146 or whatever that was. Yep, 146. Okay. And then click out upside there. Yep. Just click anywhere in the whites. There you go. Now hit secondary. Go grab their other color in their logo. Zero 174 239. Add that to box 2, secondary box. Perfect. Okay, scroll down and hit save style. Okay, now go back to your media room. Has it loaded yet? Go ahead and refresh it now anyway. There you go. So now you've got a customized media room for Restoration and Remediation magazine, and it's ready to go and receive a press release and go out to the news outlets. And so what we're going to do is go back to Signal Genesis now, and we're going to create that press release for R&R magazine. So X out there. So the media room is now deployed. It took, a minute. So now I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top and then click on the little book icon and click on press releases. Click create from scratch. Once it loads, oh, this is where you gotta scroll down here, Frankie, real quick. We'll just hit edit your agency. Okay, put in your agency name here. I think you created the entity before yourself, but go ahead and put your agency information in here again. This is required on a new account one time, just to just pick from the drop down. Gives you, there you go. Scroll down and then just hit save. Do you have a name up there? It's top right. Yeah, you can do that. Yep. Okay, good. Go ahead and save. Bottom right. There we go. All right. So now we're in press releases. Go ahead and hit create from scratch. And this is going to launch our 3-step press release wizard. It's just very simple 3 steps to create and publish a press release that'll go out to over 100 different news sites. So the first thing is we're going to do is pick the company drop down and choose Restoration and Remediation. There you go. Scroll down. If we had put social profile URLs in their add entity screen, then those would be options for us to check here. But since we haven't added anything, we don't have that an option right now. They don't have a Google listing, so we don't have to worry about that. We could put their address in there. What we don't want to do is we don't want to use that, because that's a different Google listing completely. So what we'll do here is let's just pick the city and state that they're in right now. They're in Troy, Michigan. So just in the enter a location field there above the map satellite button. Yeah, Troy, Michigan. There you go. So type that. There you go. Just there you go, like that. Just copy that. And then, yep, put that in there. Take out Suite 700. I don't know that it's going to find that in the Google API. There it is. Just select it from the API. All right, so we're good there. And I hit continue. Now we're in the main guts of the press release. We're just going to pick a headline. So this is where I like to use Chat GPT, since it's easier than trying to create it all out of your head naturally. So I might go to Chat GPT and type in a prompt like generate a press release headline for Restoration and Remediation magazine. The press release will be about, you can type in whatever you want there. Basically, we're just going to create a very simple press release about the magazine. We're going to create a branded press release, just talk about them, what they do, brag on them, right? That's what we want to do is showcase how great they are, because that's going to let us then show them how we were bragging on them and helping to elevate their reputation and their brand. about restoration and remediation or whatever it's called magazine.
Yeah. Sorry, can you hear me again?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, sorry, my microphone disconnected for a second. Um, the press release is about what? Just their
Rest,
mag.
the press release, it should be about them as a company, about their company and the resources they offer their members. Yeah, you can go ahead and just see if
See
you
what we get.
see what it does. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you could do that. You can also give Chat GPT a URL to go crawl to use as additional context for the output. But I mean, that's a good. Now, the important thing on our side is that the headline has to be 80 characters or less, and so that should be part of your prompt too. Is this is a great headline, but I need it 80 characters or less. So then it'll shorten it and give you a more concise headline that will fit. 80, yeah, 80 characters or less.
That's a great headline. Whoops. Am I the only one, by the way, who likes to use please with Chat GTP? I don't know if I like that
There you
one.
go. You don't like that, you can regenerate it again if you don't like it, but that's it's not bad.
That's still this that look 80 characters to you? It's like pretty close. Shall we
Yep,
try?
copy, go back to single Genesis, just paste it right there. You're good to go. Hit tab. It'll take you to the blog headline. Okay, so there's a little bit more than 80 characters. Our system will, like as you see here, will let you know if it is.
Oh wow, I just got hand delivered chocolate cake. Sorry.
You can take out successful, your ultimate resource for restoration services.
Yep.
See if that still over 80 characters.
How about just ultimate resource? No, still too long.
Click in blog headline. Just put your cursor in the blog headline below and just click there and see. There it is. It cleared. Okay, you're good. And then the blog headlines just got to be different, and it can be up to 150, 110 characters. So you can have Chat GPT generate that for you as well.
Okay. So
Now I just say, now please generate a longer headline of 110 characters or less.
I got cake delivered in the middle of this, my man.
There you go. It's a good one. Okay. That looks like that one might be too long. It's interesting. It's still giving you discover the resources, take out comprehensive. There you go. Good to go now. Don't need to use Google document link. That's just a reference field in case you have your content in a Google Doc or something like that in the cloud. So now we want to just grab the content, or if we don't have it, then we can have Chat GPT help us. So let's go back to their website. Let's find a page of really good content. So let's.
They haven't asked the experts, some
Okay.
webinars, videos, any of those.
Yeah, go to topics. Let's go to water. These are going to be probably too specific. So let's scroll up. So we want to do more of a general one. Let's go to news. I didn't even just skip right over that. Let's see what they got in news. What's first on site? I wonder what that is. These must be members of theirs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're probably giving them backlinks.
So let's just while we're here, let's just dive into it. Let's see what they're doing with these. Because this is like I said, this is going to be like if you get them a media room and you show how you can get them distribution over 100 different news sites, all of a sudden what they're doing for their members takes on a whole new ball game, because what they're doing here is just doing like a blog article / press release about a member, but it's really short, right?
It doesn't look
But
like they got a link either.
yeah, there's nothing in here, right? So all right, so that's interesting. Let's go to we got to find one that's more about the what they do as a
What about
as
the?
an association or magazine.
Just gonna click and see.
Do they have an upcoming event?
Um,
When is this?
we are waiting for
May 8th through 10th. Here we go. Okay. So we can do a press release about their upcoming event in May. Perfect. Right. Great way to add some value. So just copy the URL here.
Yeah.
Go back to Chat GPT. Okay. So let's do this. Generate. We'll probably change the headlines now since we figured a new topic here. But generate a 500 word press release.
Sorry, the Canadian in me has to go back and go, please.
Generate a 500 word press release about the whatever the name of the event is, about the upcoming event or the upcoming whatever one, maybe even give it the name. What's it called? Rest.
I don't even see a name of it.
Scroll up. It looks like they had something like an image there. The experience, conference, and exhibition. So it's called there it is right there in the second paragraph. The experience, conference, and exhibition. Yep. So let's put that right in Chat GPT. The upcoming event. Just take out the upcoming. There you go, and just take out upcoming event. The experience, conference, and exhibition event hosted by the Restoration and Remediation magazine. Use and period. Restoration and Remediation magazine. Yeah, period. Now use this event page for additional content. And then paste the URL of that page right there in Chat GPT.
I didn't actually know you could do that.
Oh yeah.
So we just put the URL.
Yep.
Hit enter.
Yep.
All right, man.
How about that? Let's go back and check that.
It
Okay,
looks like the dates
got
are
the wrong event. Okay. So we definitely gotta, fact check this and all that, but we'll be able to use the majority of this, but it looks like it grabbed
one of the older links, likely that
potentially, yeah, like the old event, one of the other locations that it had the event at before or whatever. But
yeah.
So we just got to update that. But by and large, you're going to be able to use a lot of this content right in the press release. Perfect. So you can copy and paste this, and then we'll fact check it and change it right inside Signal Genesis. Okay. So you're gonna just go ahead and paste that in there, and then we're just gonna fact check and update it with the right event, location, date.
So it's May 8th to 10th. I remember seeing that, and it was in Fort Lauderdale, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Fort Lauderdale Convention Center and Hilton Marina.
By the way, there's a hidden lesson in this too, by the way. Because I always say, like, it's about identifying the buyers in an industry. If somebody's going to go to an event, by and large, most of them are not going to be in Florida. They're going to spend couple of $1,000s to go to this event. And then they're probably going to hire like anywhere from 1 to 2 to 10 different like services and vendors and things while they're there. Like, you can rest assured that those people are like buyers in the industry.
Yeah, these events are awesome for agencies to go to. Like, this is a great place to prospect and build relationships and build your omnipresence. If people see you visibly, physically at an event, it's way, way better than hearing about you digitally somewhere online. The physical presence is a major confirmation that this person's real and they're not going away. Because, like Frankie said, you also have spent $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 to go to that event, just like they have.
Yeah.
You can have Chat GPT generate these new headlines. Just say, generate a headline of less than 80 characters for this event. Press release headline for this event at no more than 80 characters. Or less than, yeah.
Please, my man. You gotta be polite with your AI.
There you go. Perfect.
Do we need to really even modify that much?
Up to you. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I think it still kind of fits.
It does. Yep.
Okay.
I even use ChatGPT to generate the summary and the blog summary for me because it's just so much easier. Just generate a summary of less than 45 words, and summarize this press release in less than 45 words. Please.
Thank you.
Boom. Nice. I mean, if you had to write all this and figure all this out in your head and come up with it, it'd take you, an hour, easily.
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this, by the way, so everything's a little bit longer.
Yeah, this takes me about 15 to 20 minutes now, because I've got the process, just memorized and it's easy. And
yeah, I'm sure you've got team members on this.
Yeah. I mean, I still do it on my own when I'm working on a campaign or when I work on our own campaign. So I still use it myself. But yeah, it's, once you get going on it, it's a very quick 15, 20 minutes to. Now, obviously, you can have this written by a writer well ahead of time, and then you don't have to even do any of this Chat GPT stuff. But
yeah, can we continue from here? Will it let us go with not all the boxes?
Yeah, you got also have to use the blog summary. You got to put that field in too.
Okay, so what do we? Give me a prompt.
Just generate a longer summary.
Oh, it's giving us the wrong location again.
Just skip over that if you want. That's too long anyway. Sometimes for these summaries too, I'll just take a little excerpt from the actual press release and copy and paste that right out of the press release,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then change the location. And
let's get that. I hear my kids wigging out downstairs. The parenting struggles are real. All right. Shall we continue?
Yep. Continue. Gonna add one image at the top, maybe their logo again, if you want. Could be an image from a previous event if you wanted to. Doesn't really matter. Just drop it in there. Pick the two networks there, the distribution channels. Just check those boxes. Yep. Boom, boom. Scroll down. We're going to pick the category again. I would make this Tribe magazine or book and literature, probably, right? and then just choose a date and time. The 10th is the first one available.
Doesn't really matter. Let's go with the old 9 a.m.
Display original source and press release content. Use that. Well, it won't matter for a prospect because this is more of an SEO play here. It's still good to do, and I'd rather just call your attention to it since we're here anyway. So in this case, let's use the event page that we're doing the press release about as the source. So you could take that event page that you had up, and just use that as the source. Use manually inserted, and then paste that link in. And then check the box, agree, hit continue. And you get to really do a quick preview.
Yeah.
Headline must contain at most. So we got to go back to the headline. Looks like it still is a little bit longer than 80 characters.
Where are you seeing that?
Step 2 at the very top there, you see there's a little warning there.
Let's take away industries.
Yeah.
See if that works. I have a character counter I use. We can see exactly how long it is. We get 84, so we're just over.
Take out professionals and put in industry at the very end.
Yeah.
See if that. There you go. It should content. Oh, I gotta have a link. You gotta have at least one link in the main body.
I thought we did at the end here. No.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay. Okay, good. Continue. Continue. Scroll up. Get to see your there. And then go ahead. I don't know what that is, why 300 words, but go ahead and scroll down. And then you'd hit publish PR. Okay, so we got a little bug in your account for some reason. It's limiting your account to 300 words, but we would hit publish here, and I'll clear that in a second. And that's it. You're done.
All right.
What's going to happen now, as soon as that gets published, which would be Monday, the press release is going to get published. And the first place it's going to publish to is that media room that we created for the magazine. So the press release gets published there. And then from there, it's going to go out to the different news sites. And so if you want to see what this looks like in practice, you can go to a new tab. Go to quantumagency.mediaroom.app. So just take out R&R Mag Online.
Yeah.
Right there, and type in Quantum Agency instead. Yep. All right. So here's our media room. That's obviously, older and got actual content in it. And this is what it looks like once it's got a press release. It'll load in here, load the press release. And I'm going to show you what you can demonstrate for the magazine once you have an appointment with them.
Yeah. Can I just say too, like, night and day difference when we're reaching out to people and we're saying essentially what most people say is like, hey, do you want to buy my shit? Quick question for you. If I could get you 87 booked appointments, would you buy my shit?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different thing of like, hey, I'm looking to be a potential partner with you, and I've gone out just to show you what I can do. I went and got you a press release. I got you featured here. I built you a media room, and I did all these things for you without me even asking, right? And of course, it steps hard on the reputation. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a second just to give this a second to load.
Yeah, you might try to hit refresh again.
Since Mexican internet is not wanting to play ball today. Come on, Mexican internet. I believe in you. By the way, I just wanted to make a little dirty humor earlier because I know the area. When you're driving down like I-95 in Michigan, exit 69 is Big Beaver Road, which is, a little dirty joke for us perverts. Everybody always gets a little laugh when you drive down the highway and see that.
Still not loading?
Still not loading.
I would stop it, maybe refresh it. It looked like it was maybe trying to reload the old media room for some reason. But
let me see if I Something's up with my internet today. Oh, it's the Holy Week here in Mexico, so everybody's on it at the same time. Does it matter if it's got the slash welcome at the end?
No, does not.
No, still nothing.
Okay. Well, I was just going to demonstrate the live working media room there with the in the news section below.
Yeah.
Because that's where you're going to really be able to show, hey, not only did we do this for you with the media room, but we also got you picked up and published in multiple news sites.
Yeah.
So,
and if I saw you guys are publishing press releases on behalf of your clients, if you want, you feel free to just run them through our system, kind of thing.
Exactly, which is going to be a secondary conversation with them, because obviously this association is doing something similar for their members, but nothing is quite as powerful as what you'd be able to do for them with our software.
Yeah.
So that, in essence, is the strategy. Now we have agencies using this strategy to close clients, as well as associations or influencers like what we're talking about. But you have a client, a prospect that you are meeting with for a close meeting or a proposal / close meeting. You can launch a media room for them ahead of time, do a quick press release like we just did, copy, paste, use Chat GPT, and then you show up at your close meeting with a media room already deployed and a press release already deployed for them. And we've got agencies using that strategy to increase their close ratios to near 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on top of it, we had another video that I'll share with you guys that we did a couple of days ago on specifically like doing SEO reports for people. Like when you combine those two things where it's like, more about their business than they do, you set up a press release and you've already shown them like 3-4 things you can do for them before you even talk. Like that's very different than how most people are just,
sell.
Yes. Do you want to buy my shit? And it screams somebody who's like, oh, here we go. We're finally getting in there. Press release section is now. There we go. Let me share screen. Still loading, but it's.
Yeah. So this is the media. You scroll up a little bit so you can see the top of the media room. So, here's a media room that's more mature. It's got some PRs in it already instead of it being empty. And so once you click on one of the PRs, the title or the image, it'll load that particular press release.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Do it.
Since it took so long to load that page. There we go.
This wasn't bad. So scroll down to the bottom. And underneath the Google map, you're going to see in the news. You're going to click on in the news. There you go. So here's, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 sites that the article was picked up and published on. You can click on any one of these icons and it'll take you out to the live news site.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's just, for shits and kicks, click this one.
So, you walk into a meeting with these guys and you're already adding value to them, right? I mean, like significant, the value of this and just in terms of just money alone is, $750 to $1,000 just for a press release distribution and pickup service like this.
Yeah.
The media room, the competition sells these media rooms for $16,000 a year for one media room, just for reference. That's PR Newswire.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, you did it without being asked to do it, right? Like, so there's reciprocity built into that where they're going to feel like a sense of like, wow. Yeah. Like, all right, my man. I think we're going to stop recording there. This fucking legendary. I'm probably going to share this with the group, this whole thing, because I think that a lot of folks could benefit from this software and the deeper level strategies behind it.
For sure. I'll share my earlier meeting with you, the earlier meeting that I had today with you as well. I got the recording of that, and it was all about Signal Genesis. So I'll share that with you if you want to take any of that. You can clip and trim and clip or whatever you want to do.
You got it, my man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you as always sharing the coolest shit. I had no idea your software was that cool actually, but I like the idea that we're now showing up to meetings hand extended rather than like, do you want to buy my shit?
Yeah.
Especially going after bigger players, like you said, they're used to being pitched, they're used to being hit up. They get, 100 fucking DM messages a day, and now we're showing up very differently. And like Lane said, even if it takes you 6 months, 12 months, 18 months to break through with them, it's worth it because I can actually remember a time in my agency where we signed 3 to 5 clients a week continuously for 6 months, and I didn't do a single sales call. And all of that was just like because it was all inbound from like, this kind of high level contact. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, good stuff, man. Really good strategy. Hope you guys will be able to use it. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Happy to help.